angels live in my town.
So listen the f*** up.
It's crazy.
This sounds like you actually have something to say.
Oh, good for you.
What the fuck is he talking about?
You guys are doing terrific.
This is great iced tea.
I think every American should be watching this.
All right, what's good? It's Angels of My Town, Niagara's #1 podcast.
Hey, Mikey.
Oh boy, we have a show for you today.
Yes, we do.
Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, Mike. These shows just keep getting sweeter and sweeter,
I
Mike.
guess keep getting bigger and bigger.
And we got a big one today.
Yes, we do.
Oh boy, do we ever. If you like the show Storage Wars,
This is the place to be.
you've heard of our next guest. The most interesting characters on the show Storage Wars, if you've ever seen the show Storage Wars.
That's actually the truth.
I think so.
I agree. Carl?
Carl, what do you
Say
think?
hello, Carl.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Carl, what's up? I knew that was coming. Yeah, Cindy and Rick from Storage Wars Canada. Shit, I wish I had a tissue.
The veterans. Cindy and Rick.
The veterans, that's what they call them on there. Because you guys been doing it a long time. And they're Crystal Beach natives?
Yes, let's get into that a little bit.
Can someone throw me a tissue? Shit.
I'll grab you something. I'll unplug. Hang on 2 seconds.
Blow
Keep
my
going,
nose.
keep going.
Well, let's talk about Cindy and Rick here. Sorry.
Well, there we go. Cindy's a native of Crystal Beach.
Yeah, Cindy, you grew up here.
I did, yes.
Yeah?
I did.
Where'd you go to high school?
Ridgeway, Crystal Beach.
Ridgeway High?
Yeah, Ridgeway.
No way. I know I had some friends that went there too. We were Lakeshore kids. We went to Lakeshore. When you were going to high school, probably Lakeshore didn't exist. It was probably more of a Fort Erie high school.
Yeah, there was
Or
Fort Erie
Ridgeway.
High too.
Ridgeway's a nice high school. Thank you.
And Rick was born on the couch in Toronto.
Well, not in Toronto, in Richmond Hill.
Well, Richmond.
That's Toronto, no?
That's pretty close. It's close enough.
It's GTA.
It's definitely GTA.
A little north and a little bit weirder.
It's weird up in
It's
Richmond.
an affluent area. Did you grow up rich, Rick? Did your parents have some loot?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say
I'm not
that.
gonna lie to you. I like Rick's look. I like the boots and I like the jacket.
Rick
looks like a slick guy.
Rick's got a well put together look. It might not look like it to some people. Some people might think like, oh, Rick's like a rough looking guy, kind of maybe looking, but he's actually really well put together.
I do like his look.
He's got a very well put together look.
That's what I aim for sometimes, but I don't think I pull it off as nice. He's much more.
I think it's harder to put together the look where you don't look like you're putting together a look, but you actually are putting together.
He's killing it.
He's killing the game on that.
I don't know. You
think so.
two guys in your tight black shirts and sunglasses, you're looking pretty tough over there yourselves.
Well, that's
Because the future's bright.
we just put out we put out that vibe.
Yeah, like the
It's
look.
all perceptions on these fucking shows. You know
That's
how it is.
it.
You know how it is. Speaking of perception, so like the show Storage Wars, I fucking love that shit. I fucking love that shit. What do you think it is? Why do you think people? What is it about the show? What do you think it is about the show that people fucking love?
I think it's the
Treasures.
question of the unknown.
Yeah,
What is in there?
yeah.
Why are people throwing away all this great stuff?
Because they're trying to find a fucking treasure.
For us, it is.
Yeah. Like speaking of which, like, is that the name of the game? So like, you guys do enough of this. Mike, can you help?
Yeah.
You guys do enough of these things, and you're like, is the name of the game like, okay, we'll make some money on some of these, we'll make a little bit of money on this locker, a little bit of money on this locker, but we're waiting for that fucking score, like the fucking Capone locker. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you are, but you still have to know what you're buying. You don't want to buy junk, right?
no, you don't want to buy
Every
junk. Right?
locker, you want to make money. Or else why are you buying it?
The average locker buyer say they gotta buy 9 crappy lockers to get one good one.
Yeah.
Well, we're the veterans and we've been doing it for a long time. Out of 10 lockers, 8 of them will be good.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Amazing.
And so that's a good ratio. You can make a living doing that, right?
And we did. We made a pretty good living out of it.
Yeah, and so what happens? Like these fucking guys from the States who have the Storage Wars U.S. They're like, hey, we're gonna do it in Canada. How'd they find you two to do the show? Like, did you guys have to submit something or?
They heard about us.
They heard about us because we bought a lot of lockers on a regular basis.
Yeah.
We're averaging 7 to 10 lockers a week. and we were if we wanted it, we bought it, and there was nobody going to stand in our way.
And what were you guys doing to move the shit? Like, you guys had a store, or?
Yeah, we opened up a store called. It was originally called Unforgettable Stored Treasures in Newmarket, Ontario.
Oh, Newmarket. Okay.
And then we switched it over to Storage Treasures.
Ah, okay.
We did fairly well there.
And so would you guys change the name after the show?
No, before the show.
Oh, before the show.
No, we were filming when we switched it over. We were filming then.
Yeah, but it was actually before the show. Doesn't matter.
It makes sense though, because you're gonna capitalize on the popularity of the show, and you guys are the storage kings on the show. You guys are like, one of 4 other teams, I guess you could call them.
Yeah, 3 other teams.
Three other characters that were trying to lobby for the show. And you guys often got lockers. I noticed you guys were often like, you guys were never really without a locker. You guys made some good deals.
We did make a lot of great deals, and plus there's the time after the filming stops, the auction goes on.
It continues.
It continues, and
It's not scripted.
No.
No, not at all. Is there a little bit of script?
There is a little bit because
Like
there are,
light?
Well,
there
I
are,
wouldn't call it scripts.
Yeah,
I would call it
scripting.
cueing. Like, for
Cueing,
example, the Kennys.
trying to get a rise out of the audience and
For laughs.
for
Hey,
laughs.
can we just sorry, we got to pause for a second because Carl's having issues again.
Blame it on Carl.
Carl's ruining our show. He decided he wanted to come on today and sabotage us.
Carl,
Okay,
what are you
so
doing?
give me a minute here while I fucking fix this shit.
Technical difficulty, which we're having
Technical
right now.
difficulties.
You guys must be used to that, no?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Even with professionals. Well, Mike,
Yeah.
actually, Mike, the other Mike is the only professional here. Carl actually is an actor.
Carl's a really good actor.
Yeah.
Nice.
You might have seen him. What's the show you're in? The Boys?
I was just on The Boys. I shot The Boys Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Just background.
Oh, background.
Yeah.
Still,
Hey, it's all important.
money.
Yeah, it all adds up.
It sure does.
important, really, on the set, if you ask me.
He's my favorite background guy.
Yeah, he's the background guy of all background guys. Still doing a show here, guys.
Yeah, I'm well aware. We were paused for a second there, bro. Let's roll. Once you're back in the cut.
We're rolling. The show's
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah.
Everything's rolling. The show's still going.
We never stop.
Can't
Still
stop.
part of the
won't
show. We go live to tape here.
stop. Kind of.
This is live to
Keeps
tape.
it au naturel.
He wants to edit. I don't like to edit.
I
So that's
love
why
editing. People don't want to listen to dribble.
they like the real shit though.
Some people do.
Anyway,
Let's get back at her.
so we were talking about the show. I wanted to know how the fucking show's produced in a way. Like, do you guys go out there? Is it dog eat dog? Like, are you guys going out there just like you would on a normal day, competing with these other guys?
Yeah.
Same
there's,
deal.
Like,
It's your money. It's your money. When you guys are
Right.
bidding on lockers, you guys eat a locker, whatever you want. Do you guys ever? Okay, so go on. So it's all
not
real.
just the people on the show, us buyers. There's like 80, 60 more people showing up that want those lockers. And a lot of the dudes who've got big bucks didn't want to be on the show. We still got to compete against them, but they're not going to be shown on the show 'cause
Yeah.
they're not on the show.
Because
So they edit that shit down to just
Right.
what interactions you guys have.
Yeah, 'cause, like,
but
when you
we
watch it-
have outsiders like you guys could be bidding against us.
I want to fucking bet against
I'd
you
like
guys.
to go into a locker too.
The
see
key
what's
is, if
But,
you
like-
want it, buy it.
But like, no one's coming in there with like, you guys are willing to spend like $2,000, $3,000
Oh
a
yeah,
locker
there is
sometimes.
big buyers.
Yeah?
Big buyers.
Oh, I spent. I think the most I ever spent was close to 8,000.
$8,000 on a locker. What was it about that locker that
Yeah,
made
what
you
was
say
in that locker?
Oh,
you find
well,
Tutankhamun's
That
fucking?
was Adam Gonche's locker.
there was a bunch of.
How'd you know it was Ganche's locker?
Well, we didn't.
We didn't.
All we could see was guitars and amps and all this
Oh.
sick shit.
And right there, like maybe one guitar's
Right?
easily
And
over
then we
$8,000. Yeah.
I saw all the frames that had the
Gold and platinum
albums.
records. But even if it was visible, they're not allowed to show the name right then and there on the spot. Okay?
Gotcha. You guys do well on that locker.
Yeah, we did.
Oh
pretty
yes.
good.
How the fuck?
Nice.
So this guy, obviously accomplished guy, has he let go of his storage locker like that?
Yeah,
How's
that's
that,
a good question.
How's that fucking happen? He's got gold records and he's like, fuck those gold records.
You know, I'd like to tell you how it happened,
Neglect
but I
is a good
really
word.
shouldn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is the good shit that's not.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the good
no,
stuff.
shit that we
no,
want on the
Rick.
fucking show, Rick. Rick, how are we gonna get views here? We gotta
How
get
about
Do
the
it.
gotta get the
word
needle moving.
neglect?
Wit.
Neglect. He was on tour actually, and the credit card that he used to pay for the storage facility expired.
Yeah.
And when they couldn't reach him over several months, the locker went up for sale.
Wow. Now, has he reached out to buy back any of the stuff off you?
Well, we reached out to him,
That was nice of you.
and he wouldn't answer us because we often sold lockers back because we
yeah.
feel sorry.
Well,
dude.
yeah, it's just personal. It's
Come
more
up.
valuable to him really than almost anyone else in the world,
Correct.
probably.
On
my
TV
opinion,
or off, dudes, families, people were coming to us begging us for their locker back. A lot of the times we sold lockers back, but we said, look, we want this much money and we're going to keep this, this, and that.
Because you own it now.
Well,
That's
it's your fucking locker, and you put the time in buying it, emptying it. That's the thing that when I see the show, that's when I get like, ugh. Now they got to unload the thing because I think about like, oh, it's exciting when you're like, ooh, what's inside? And you want to look inside.
Hard work.
And so like, but then you
I
got to
would think-
fucking take everything out and load it into a truck and empty it. Like, and those, I bet you those storage guys are fucking sticklers too. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
They're like,
it
hey,
has to
get
be
your shit.
clean, swept out, and you have 24. Sometimes some facilities 48 hours to get your shit out. So
Yeah.
Rick and I have thrown a few couches around, my daughter, myself. That's what you got to do because people think you can just walk up and say, I got $1,000. I'm going to buy that locker.
Yeah.
So when we buy
What about the
7, 10
logistics?
Lockers, we buy 7, 10 lockers in a week. That's a hell of a lot of moving.
You got logistics, right?
Yeah,
It's
That's
not
how you
just
stay in shape.
standing there going, okay, I want it. You
Yeah.
got to move the shit. Yeah.
fuck, I know. And
What
like,
happens to the junk that you buy?
We donate it.
Obviously,
Not
some of the
junk.
stuff is really good, but what happens to the junk? I would assume the majority of stuff is.
I'm assuming clothes is usually useless, so you donate the clothes.
Yeah, we donated. We took turns to Sally.
What if it's
Ann
Gucci?
Village. Well,
not
I
junk.
kind of keep that shit.
Sell that stuff.
Gucci's not junk.
Sell it.
yeah, like there's some clothing that's very, very valuable.
Yeah,
course.
because in
Shoes,
our
especially.
shop we didn't sell clothing, so we donated a lot of good stuff. We only kept like new. Like for example, we got a locker and it was a Sushi sheer locker.
Okay.
It's all brand new, right?
All brand new merch. So you could just sell it to a retailer,
Yeah.
retailer wholesale.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh yeah, we had 3,000 pair of Pro-Ked running shoes, brand new, and the retail price on them, they were vintage, was anywhere from $200 to $800 a pair. And that was the resale price
Wow.
on them.
Wow.
And you're not going to sit there and sell every pair, but you're going to sell them.
You want to sell it all at once, right?
You're going to sell them to a guy who's got a
We
store or
shipped
something.
Some to Vancouver and here and there and shit to some people.
Do you guys get in the sneaker game? Because like I'm a big sneakerhead. Do you guys know anything about sneakers?
I don't. My
Her
kid
son
is
her son
40 years
knows.
old. You know,
He knows.
he's wearing a nice
Those young bucks.
$200 pair of Jordans right now. right?
Yeah. Because there's some finds you never know what
Oh,
people are
yeah.
going to leave in this storage locker. You know, I'd think that sometimes, yeah, if a sneakerhead, you would store some of his sneakers in it,
Yeah.
especially if you got a big collection.
Oh, absolutely.
When you have to move in a hurry, you're gonna store all your
What's
things
important.
you think is important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your value, those things you think have value, right? Otherwise, you're just going to toss
You
them.
ever buy any lockers that are just like you spent the money and you fucked up?
Oh yeah,
More than like several
No.
times, I'm assuming. No, you're pretty good.
yeah. We're
What a dumb question.
Well, no, but you have to start somewhere. I'm assuming like they had to go through bumps.
well.
Like you had to have like a couple shitty years right off the hop, but you can't be a pro right away. It's
But you could get. But could you? Is it possible to get lockers like $20, $30?
No.
No,
no.
you can't.
We bought a locker.
Ooh.
Well, not often.
Bought that locker for $1,
Yeah.
and inside that locker there was
$20.
a trunk that was probably 200 years old,
I
close to
forgot about
200
that
years
locker.
old, and it was all there, beautiful condition. There was 2 Turkish rugs, a Persian rug, and a white leather sofa great for $1.
Fuck. You see
Then
that?
again, we did, pay maybe 10, 20, 25 bucks for stripper lockers.
Strippers,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
yeah. What do they got? What do they got in there? I'm
Clear heels.
Well,
Clear
you'd
heels.
be surprised.
boas,
They
heels,
got broken gold.
broken
Busted gold,
Right?
yeah.
Busted
Oh, okay.
gold,
All right.
A little bit of jewelry, you know.
Some
Yeah.
dildos, some
much other
dildos.
stuff, but hey, yeah, all of that good
Anal
stuff. But hey,
beads,
But all
cocaine.
those,
We're
all
in
those
for
G-strings
20
and things
bucks.
we just donated.
Where do you donate that kind of stuff?
I don't know. But it's a good question, though. Like, if you do find something, let's say, illegal, let's say you get some guns in there or some.
oh, we
drugs and
went to
Motown.
the police.
You got to go to the
have to
police?
report it?
You'd have to?
You have
Well,
to.
Yeah,
By law.
Well,
and your
we were filming
conscience
at the
has to
time.
tell you too. Like, fuck, I don't want this. Like, let's ditch this shit. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
because I don't, want my fingerprints on any of that shit.
What is there an amount of money that you'd be like, okay, maybe we won't call the authorities? You know, if it was like,
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's called anything from $1 to $1 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
hush money.
it's that's the
Hush money.
right.
Just ask Biden; he'll tell you.
Biden, right? See, I knew these people
that
were good
cuck.
peeps. I know they were good. I know they were good peeps. But yeah, that's. I always found it kind of interesting. Oh fuck! You know what, Mike? We're gonna run out of battery on this guy.
Yeah, we didn't think of that ahead of time, did we?
I have another.
Not my fault.
Thank you, Carl.
But you know what? I'm gonna do a quick swap here. I keep talking to the guests.
Yeah, sure. Well, let's get into the show a little bit too. We jumped right into the guests.
I've
We
lost
started hopping
audio.
into You've lost audio. That's
you
because
know
he
why?
moved the thing.
Move the fucking thing.
I said don't move it.
I'm sorry.
Let me adjust that so I can't talk then.
Yeah, right
Everybody.
now. Just for now. Or
How about that, Carl?
audio. We're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Don't move that second cable. Fucking touch you this Amazon shit. Can you guys find us some mic cables in your lockers? So we're gonna get into the show. We've already started right into the interview, but we'll jump back and forth.
We should be good. there.
Our last show, we had a local guest on, Nelly from Kenny's Customs, and I pronounced the Nelly because we called her Kenny all fucking show.
Yeah.
So we'd like to apologize for calling her Kenny. It is Nelly
I don't remember
Stir.
doing that. I remember you
Carl's
doing
got the.
that.
I definitely did it, and I apologized right away.
Pretty sure it's recorded. So.
It's
Okay,
recorded.
well, we'll turn.
I
back
would like
it.
to apologize to Nelly from Kenny Customs, who restaurates cars and yada yada yada. Super fun girl. We had a great time with
She
her.
restaurates,
Restaurates,
restores.
restores. Thank you.
She
Is restorate not a word?
No, restorate is definitely not a word.
Are you sure about that?
How many lockers have you found with restorated cars in them?
Not a single one.
Not one.
Not one, eh?
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a restorated car.
Restoration. Sorry, she does car restoration.
Or restored, yeah, whatever.
Restored,
you
whatever. Anyways, so we
Yeah.
apologize, Nelly.
She, I like that though. She restorates cars.
Can I coin that?
Maybe you
Clear.
we should put that on a goddamn t-shirt.
Anyways, we had her on last show. It was a good show.
She was excellent. Honestly, what a fun guest. And her name is Nelly, not
Kenny.
But
But
her-
Kenny Customs,
Kenny Customs is her,
which is her husband's last name.
which I don't think is.
So it gets confusing, right?
I don't think it gets. I don't think you're out of line there, Mike.
Thank you. Anyways, we apologize. Great guest. Check that show out.
Yeah.
And let's move along with our guests in studio.
In studio, dude. We haven't
Cindy
even,
and Rick.
I haven't talked about the show rundown.
We haven't
at
done
all.
any show run. You jumped right in. You
jumped
got
right
you got
into the
aggressive.
guests.
He was aggressive
I'm
today.
a fan
huh,
of the
Carl?
show. I'm a fan of
He
the
was
show.
he was excited when I said I contacted you. I said, "Hey, Mike."
I went ape shit.
I'm also Mike. I said, "Hey, Mikey."
I said,
I got Cindy and Rick from Storage Wars. He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah."
I was.
He's like,
double take.
He's like, "I like it," and I'm like, "Yeah, so do I," because like I had talked to you, Cindy.
I fucking love the show.
He loves the show, and I also myself is a big garage sale buyer, as you could tell about all the shit around in the
Yeah,
garage.
I was gonna.
90% of this stuff is from garage sales,
Yeah.
or my mom purchasing for me because she
Yeah.
knows what I like.
We're big pub. Like so, our whole show is a pop culture reference. And we're like we're big.
99% of
It's
it.
cool.
I like Toronto's favorite mayor up there.
That's actually a custom poster made by this guy. Actually,
He will go down as always our best mayor,
he's my favorite one.
most honest one, most honest one. Any man who's willing to smoke crack on camera,
Hey,
I give it to him.
Carl's done that before. Actually, it was cool.
What we got on the show today, Mike? We got. Let me hit the show and run.
Let's get it right on.
Okay.
Let's go right off.
We got Prince Harry. Prince Harry, this fucking guy.
This guy.
He won't shut the fuck up.
Well, he's
this
got a
Prince
new
Harry.
memoir called Spare.
I know. It's called
Yeah.
Spare. I know.
I don't even know what that means.
Because he's like, there's an air and there's a spare.
get it. I don't get it.
Rick likes that one.
It's crazy.
He's doing all this fucking media right now, even
Yeah.
though he's like, oh, the prince or the royal family. We get bombarded with media and the press, and they won't leave us alone. Yet he's doing a fucking
And
documentary.
yeah. The funny thing is that like, I
Nonsense.
specifically want to talk about him losing his virginity to an
Yeah,
older
that's
woman.
so, yeah.
And that he claimed that he killed 25 Taliban during his tours in Afghanistan. But then
Which makes him less of a cuck, but I don't even buy the story.
well, mostly from what I understand from online, I've never been. I don't know if you served, but I didn't serve. Carl, you serve?
No, man.
No, I didn't think
No
so.
one served here.
No one served here. But I would think that you wouldn't talk about it if you were. I got a couple excerpts.
That's a good point. That's a good
from his
point.
book that we could, read and talk
We're gonna
about.
get
but
into it a bit.
Yeah, but he also claims like he had a drug problem doing blow. And like the funny thing is like he would roll up the bill and his grandmother's on the bill, right?
Yeah.
And he would be like, "Hello, Granny," and then he would snort a fucking thing like that. This is what this guy's putting in his book. I mean, I don't. He's an adult. It is crazy.
Yeah.
He should
And then
definitely be king.
His other story is that he froze his dick off, the tip of his dick at his brother's wedding because it was so cold, and he would have been rather anywhere else in the world. But at his brother's wedding,
He's
because his
missing the
dick-
tip of his dick?
No. It was freezing, and to unfreeze it, someone suggested a girl some sort of cream to put on the tip of his dick, and then he's like, "Oh, my mother used to use this cream," and then he started.
Oh,
thinking
I've
his
heard about
mom.
this.
Yeah, see,
Started
like
thinking
that's
about
just
his
about
mom.
outlandish like claims in this book.
Yeah, and we have these clips.
We have the virginity story and the Taliban ones that I was going to read. Excerpts. Okay.
Excerpts. Okay.
Excerpts. It's a
Okay.
tough word.
We can read the excerpts. You can't. You can actually play it off of your.
If I could find it. Yeah.
Get it. I don't get it.
Camera 4 is down.
Camera 4 is down. That's the one by Mike's foot.
Yes, please.
At Prince William's wedding, Harry had a frozen penis.
Correct.
Most everybody else had the chicken.
Good one, Carl.
Crazy Carl is right.
I wonder if they put it on the menu after that.
Carl, we back on 4?
4, no.
Okay, I'll get it. Deal with that. I got it.
Yes.
Yes.
4
Thank
is
you.
back.
Thank you,
We
sir.
got a little loose connection.
Yeah, we do.
Well, this is
A lot of loose connections
we
today.
have a garage studio here. everybody. It's a garage studio.
And then our other topic is old age homes and sex.
Okay, yeah, old age homes is
And I do have a
which
clip
I
for
think
that.
that there's more sex happening in old age homes than anyone really realizes.
Viagra.
It is. I mean, no, I'm
I
telling
think
you,
wait till you see the clip that that we pulled for this. It came across my feed.
they say that one of the biggest problems in these fucking old age homes is like herpes outbreaks.
What?
Buddy, you're on your way out. Like, who the fuck cares about anything? Like, you know what I mean? They're probably just like, fucking do whatever. Run a train on fucking,
Oh my
On
God.
Nana.
Train on grandma?
I know.
What?
What the hell just
That's what's
happened
going
there?
on. I'm telling you. You don't realize it. No one wants to talk about it. It's happening.
That's messed up.
But this is okay. So here's a clip. Mike fucking pulled this.
Whoa, are we going right into that, or are we doing
wanna-
Prince
well,
Harry?
now people are
Or
into
sex
it.
stuff? We might skip Prince Harry, apparently.
Let's get back to
go right
Prince
into
Harry
If we got
later.
time, because we got Rick and Cindy. Let's roll. Okay. We also have a game for you guys later that we're gonna play too. You're gonna love. It's a bracket.
Carl's audio's gone.
Yeah, that's because he's messing with the board. It's that one. Yep. How you doing now, Carl? Oh fuck! What a disaster today.
This is fucking a connector.
Yeah.
How'd you fix it last time?
There, it's good. It's good.
It's good.
How about now?
Yep.
Beautiful. Don't move.
Right now.
Okay. So Mike pulled this. Mike found this clip. I don't know. Where'd you find this, Mike?
It just came across my social media feed.
Good cover.
No, it's
It
not
is-
that bad. It's not
It is really interesting because you're just like, I kind of understand.
I'm gonna assume. What do you think?
I watched
guy's
this
age
video
is, like
and, like,
80, 90, 80s, mid
He's-
80s.
I would say he's like, yeah, late 80s.
He's an old age home.
He's an old man. He's an old man, but he's got all his wits. I'm telling you. You watch this video and you're like, maybe he's a little fucked, but he's got all his wits. I'm telling you.
Sounds like me.
What happened to it?
Do what? Suck my dick. I can't do that. I can change you. No, you ain't gonna change me. You don't want to be changed?
He
No,
seemed
but
really
I
sad.
want my dick to be sucked. You want to take your medicine? Huh? Your medicine? Medicine? No. You don't want to suck my dick. I have to change you.
But that, like, when you get down to it,
Do you want
though,
coffee? No. My dick sucks. I can't do that. Why?
He won't give up.
He won't give up.
This is a nurse. This is a nurse who wants to change him.
or help him in general.
And when Carl, what's going on with the video switching?
Keep going, just keep going. You're
What's-
on the main.
what-
He's on the main. He's
Carl
on the
is
main.
right.
Okay. Fucking shit. This show's a disaster. I'm sorry, fellas. I'm sorry.
He doesn't look like he's getting too much.
No, she doesn't give in. She's a professional. You're absolutely right, Rick.
She give, but you know what? He's got to shoot his shot. He's thinking,
He's trying.
I got
You know
no
it's
time left.
inappropriate? Yeah. So why are you saying it?
I just wondered if you wanted to do it.
I don't want to do it to you. I wanna
It is
help
pretty
you. That's
comical,
what
but
I'm
it's
here
actually
for.
sad at the same time, right?
That would be a help.
What?
Sucking a dick.
No.
Yeah, it would be.
It's nasty.
No, it's not
I
nasty.
need help is right.
You know better than that.
You know better than that, he says. Oh, you don't. Oh my God! It is. You know what though? He's just telling it straight up because he's like, I'm gonna die and I want my dick sucked and I don't give a fuck.
He just didn't get. He gave no fucks, as they say. Gave zero.
That's how it goes in the old folks' homes.
Well, now I have a mom that's retired from an old age home and a sister that continues to work and help elderly people.
They get hit on
and
a lot?
I sent my sister, not my mom, this clip. I sent my sister this clip, and I asked her, and she goes, she laughed, and then she called me, and she goes, "Why are you sending this to me?" I'm like, and then I said, "Well, does this ever happen to you?" And her response was,
It would be a weird thing to send to your mom, but
yeah, that's why I kept it out there. And I sent it to my sister, and she was like, "Why are you sending it to me?" And then I'm like, "Does this ever happen to you?" And then her response was, "Not as aggressively, but I've heard other healthcare aides or RNs, whatever they call them, had this happen where like even the guys have already started in the room with themselves, self-loving, and they walk in and they're like, 'Can you help?' Or, 'Hey, do you want to help me with this?' And they're like, 'Well, no, here, I'm here to give you food.' And they don't want the food. They want them to eat their food, their meat. You know what I mean? Like she said that this actually does happen. So this video that comes across our feed isn't actually a one-off. This happens constantly.
Yeah.
And do you blame an older guy though that's got
That's what I'm
nothing left
saying. I don't blame them. I think that this is exactly what I would do in these old folks' homes.
I'm wondering if older
know
women
exa-
do that though too. I didn't ask my sister that, but I'm assuming they wouldn't hit on women, but who knows?
Oh, I think the women might be just as horny as the men. Who knows? I don't know how it works with old age. I think both I think sex's organs start to break down, and like your sexual
body
organs.
breaks
Yeah,
down,
like
though.
I don't think your vagina's getting wet, and I don't think your dick's getting hard. But I still think they get fucking horny. I don't think it goes away. I don't think it ever goes away.
Well, your whole life you chase that.
You're almost your whole goddamn life.
Yeah.
Literally, that's all you think about. That's all I think about right now. I mean, I have a struggle getting through the show without, Carl, can we get back on the fucking switcher here, buddy?
Hey, Carl. Good to see you.
That's a perfect use for that fucking thing. Carl's got a fucking
Fuck, Carl.
kidney stone or something.
Carl, you okay over there, bud?
Are you okay, man?
How are you supposed to produce shit? You're making us look bad in front of Rick and Cindy.
Buddy, are you? Do you
Not
have?
only
do
are
you
we
have-
having technical problems,
do you
and then
have
you got to be a
diabetes?
fucking guy over here going over here.
Did you have to go get an insulin shot? Like, what the fuck was that?
He's not saying.
We're good.
We're good. Okay, Carl's back. We're good.
I think he had to change his colostomy.
Carl, you missed the whole clip. Old guy wanted to get blown in the old age home.
Yeah,
She
and
wasn't having any of it. Was polite about it.
and our guest had a reaction, but we couldn't goddamn see it because the fucking camera is stuck on us.
Am I supposed to press record?
Holy fuck!
Oh,
fucking
I hope that's not the case.
goddamn.
Anyways, let's get back into her here. Carl's back. Cindy and Rick are still here. Thank God. Thank
Jeez,
God.
I can't believe they haven't left. Yet.
I would honestly, if I was here, I would have fucking.
I was like we're on a fucking broadcast television show.
Well,
We're on we had a broadcast. We were on a fucking goddamn highly rated broadcast television show. One of my favorite shows, honestly. I love Storage Wars. Do
yes.
you want to play the game with these guys, or do you want to get into the Harry thing first?
I said we fuck the Harry thing, and you want to go right into the game, and then let's interview them a little more.
Because honestly, Prince Harry, like I
Who
can't
gives
give
a shit? The guy's an
about that
asshole.
fucking
Does
cunt.
anyone care about losing his virginity? Let's take a vote. Carl, do you care about? No. Rick? No. Cindy?
Hell no.
Yeah,
No.
no one gives a fuck.
Game time.
Hey, wait. Don't touch Carl's cable.
I'm just trying to plug Rick's mic.
Rick, get plugged back in. Say hello, Rick.
Hello, Rick.
Wait, I gotta turn him up. Here we
Oh,
go.
say hello, Rick.
Oh, hello, Rick.
Hello, Rick. All right, we got a game for you, Rick.
Let's
And
get this
Cindy.
game going. So, Mike, should I put the bracket up or no? I don't need to put the bracket up.
No, you don't need the bracket. So we created this bracket, and the idea of the bracket is who's the biggest asshole on Storage Wars Canada.
Yes.
So we've bracketed all the characters.
So, Mike, do you want to play a little? Do we have a little intro for this game? Who's the biggest?
Who's the biggest asshole?
Who's the biggest asshole?
Roy boy.
There we go. There we go. A little intro music. I like that.
So who's the biggest asshole?
Who's the biggest asshole?
We're gonna give you an
on the
option.
Storage Wars Canada.
Pick one, and then we'll battle the next one.
It's a
I will
bracket.
be
It's a
talking.
bracket.
It
Yeah,
is a bracket.
we're gonna face off. We're gonna face off.
Okay.
You pick one.
All right, here we go. I got a bracket all set up for you. So I'm going to
So
say
the first bracket.
First bracket, Ursula Stolf, the knockout, versus Don Reinhardt, the show auctioneer. Who is the biggest?
Who's the bigger asshole? Ursula or
Stolf?
Ursula Stolf.
Okay, so
Rick
Ursula.
Was quick to answer that one.
Ursula.
Rick was quick to answer that one. He knows.
Ursula.
Don's a great guy.
Don's a great guy.
I knew that was going to be an easy
Hey,
matchup.
Don, good guy. Next, we got Jeff Siskin, series producer.
Love him.
You know, like the
against Borgat Kenny the Kid.
Oh.
Who's the bigger?
Asshole. That's easy.
Which is it?
Siskin.
Siskin.
a bigger asshole?
No. I mean, sorry.
Oh, Borgat's the bigger asshole.
Borgat, Kenny Borgat.
Borgat's the asshole there. Okay. All right. Then
We're on that side. Now we got.
One interesting bracket coming up.
That is the next one is interesting. We got Roy.
His name is actually pronounced Bogart.
Bogart, thank you. Like,
Bogart.
who's
Like
the
Humphrey.
actor? Humphrey
Humphrey?
Bogart. Then we got
Looking at
Roy.
you. He's looking at you, asshole.
Yeah.
We got Roy Dernbach, the instigator, against Jeff Schwartz, the liquidator guest auctioneer.
That's
a tough one.
But
Oh, here we go.
Roy
That's a
is
tie.
the biggest asshole.
You got to
Roy's the
pick
bigger
one.
asshole?
Roy's the bigger asshole.
Roy is
We
the bigger
consensus there.
asshole.
Roy's a bigger asshole.
Asshole.
So Roy has moved on.
Asshole.
So now we got Cindy, the veteran.
Cindy. Oh, Cindy made the
We threw
list.
Cindy in here.
Cindy made the list. Cindy might
Cindy
be might be
against
big.
Paul Kenny, the high roller. So I guess Rick's gonna answer, and you
Paul
can answer.
Kenny is a total asshole.
Oh my God! I did not. I thought actually from watching the show, I thought Cindy was such a ball buster most of the time.
I
Oh,
have
she's a
to
ball
be
buster.
because they're on my back.
You know what? She's a tough one. Not to be confused with an asshole.
So that went on. So now we're back on to Paul. So now we got our semifinals on the one side. We got
Okay.
Ursula Stolf, the knockout, against Borgat.
Bogart.
Borgat, thank
Bogart
you.
the Kid.
Bogart, Kenny the Kid. And you got to pick one. Ursula or
Who's the bigger asshole?
Bogart.
Thank you. Carl.
Bogart's the bigger asshole. Why is I thought you guys were going to say Ursula for sure.
They haven't said anything
I
yet.
was going to say Ursula.
Oh, you were going to say Ursula.
Ursula.
Wow. See, that's what I thought.
Ursula. Okay, on the other side,
Okay.
the showdown here, we've got Roy against Paul. Who is the bigger?
Oh, wow. That is a really tough one.
Wow, see, I had this all flipped
Well,
around.
let's see.
One's a
Paul,
douche.
Paul's an asshole.
Which one's the douche?
That's Roy.
Roy's the douche.
Roy is a douche. He's a total dick.
Douchebag.
And
Yes.
I believe that he's fucking the biggest asshole, which is Paul Kenny.
Paul!
Oh, no
Paul
way.
is the... Okay.
Paul's getting fucked by.
We got a big showdown here.
Okay, who's the big showdown?
Ursula, the knockout, versus Paul, the high roller. Who is the
Oh.
biggest?
Paul Kenny.
Paul Kenny? Oh. Paul is our champion.
Oh,
he
the
is.
champion.
He is the biggest asshole.
He's the biggest asshole on Storage Wars Canada.
Yeah.
And
You heard that here first.
You heard that here. We worked that out.
the best thing
That's like a
is,
goddamn math
is that
equation.
my name wasn't even brought into it.
Well,
Yeah,
we
right?
debated.
Well done.
We
Well
debated
done.
between Cindy and you, and when he was rewatching the shows, like binging, and he's like, "No, Cindy's way more of a ball buster. She's definitely got to be the bigger asshole."
I saw Cindy buy lockers just so Ursula couldn't get them.
That's right.
And I was like, well, that's kind of an asshole.
You know
move.
why? Because they do dirty shit in between. So Some of that stuff doesn't get aired. So when I do get pissed off,
Yeah.
Trust
Any
me.
fists thrown on the show?
yeah,
Yeah, come on.
yeah.
There has been a couple.
But they can't hear that.
No, obviously. Any of you guys actually getting any physical altercations?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, with who? Roy?
Let me see.
Roy.
Paul, and with Roy.
Paul's the biggest dick.
Did they keep that in the show? Is that on the air?
No, they can't air it.
They can't
Can't
air
air that.
We
eh?
already know Paul's the biggest asshole.
They won't even air it on the bloopers.
Wow.
Wow.
That's like the good stuff. That would
Good.
Who won?
why? So why? Maybe that would have kept the show on the fucking air. Like, why did they? Why isn't? Why aren't you
What
guys
did it run?
making-
2 seasons? 3? What was it?
2 seasons.
2 seasons.
Two seasons? They're not making any more new episodes.
72 episodes we did.
Fuck, that's a lot.
That's a
2
lot
years.
of
That's a
episodes
lot
in 2 years. Yeah.
It's airing on Prime right now.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
did see
no, that's
that.
how I just binged it. I just binged. I don't know if I watched all 72 episodes,
That's a
but
lot of episodes.
fuck.
Now since
They're quick ones.
A&E bought our show from OLN, and they haven't done anything with it yet. Maybe they will.
You see good royalties from this?
No,
No.
royalties. No.
No royalties?
Nothing. Not even a percentage.
That's
nothing.
a horseshit deal you guys signed.
Well, we don't belong
Well-
to. We don't belong to an actors guild, right? We're not actors. We're
Yeah,
Oh, you're what do
reality
they
TV personalities.
That's right.
Oh, that's how they get around that.
Well, you know what? They don't have the same kind of rules that the actor. Like, if you're in the union, they have so much like that you have to pay them. But with the reality TV, they screw these guys over. I think. I feel like the producers kind of screw you guys
yeah,
over
like
a
you guys
bit.
are the stars
Yeah,
of the
but
show.
you know what you're getting into.
But it's also like they also feel like, oh, it's going to be good promotion for your business
your brand and your
you're
business.
and you're
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
become
yeah.
famous. Yeah.
That's right.
Our case, we were already auctioning. So
Yeah.
if you want
You
to
didn't
pay
need the
me,
show.
if you want to pay me to go to auction every day like I am, I'm all in.
Y'all were the star of the show, though.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
I told my mom that we had the Storage Wars Canada people on, and she's like, "Oh, you got Cindy and Rick on." I'm like, "Actually, yeah." And she goes, "That's exciting."
There was that one douche, like, what's his name? Roy? What's his name?
Roy, but Paul's
Roy's
the biggest.
It's all.
Yeah, Paul's the biggest asshole, but Roy was the guy who was like,
Yeah,
pretty
he's a
good.
pretty big, bright,
He was
shining
pretty
star
good,
there.
like he was doing whatever. But Rick and Cindy, by far, most interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of like if you see Storage Wars US, it's like that one fat Hispanic dude with the hot chick that they're dating. And she,
Oh shit,
the fuck is their name?
Carl, can you pull that up for us, please?
They're not as famous to me as Rick and Cindy, but
Is that Callie?
I'm bad with
talking
names.
about, or
on
what?
the American
Which
one.
Yeah, but
It's you know the blonde chick who's with that guy who's like tatted. He looks like a cholo.
Jared?
Jared.
With
his
the
name
bald,
Jared?
he's bald. Yes, yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not together
Brandy,
anymore.
Brandy, and
Brandy and Jared.
Brandy and
not
Jared. Yeah,
together anymore.
that's
Yeah,
like
they're not together anymore.
oh really?
Oh.
But I'm
Guys,
like,
you got to keep up.
but they were interested. But my point was
they were interesting, but they didn't know what they were buying.
no, and but you know,
bought
but
shit.
but my point was that show hinged on them really being on
Yeah,
it.
those
like, you
two,
know what
I
I
agree
mean?
with
Like.
you.
You know, your show's only as good as your cast of characters, and you guys were, to my opinion, one of the most interesting characters, probably the most interesting characters on the show.
Did you guys play things up at all? Were you 100% authentic, like this is who we are? Or did you embellish anything? Or
We didn't embellish any of
We
our
are who
lockers
we
or
are,
anything
what
like
you
that.
see now.
We are who we are. Of course, we'd have directors with artistic ideas,
That's fucking
of course.
Uh-huh.
But we mostly avoided that. And when they had some of the suggestions that they had, we found a little bit ridiculous, so we just proceeded to be ourselves.
So
Well,
when they
this
do,
is the deal. This is how it works. So the
Yeah.
night before you go home, right? In the email, you get an email saying, okay, you're going da-da-da-da-da here.
This
To
is where
this
you're going.
facility, we got
Right.
10 lockers. By the time we get there, there might be 4 because people ran in and paid their bill
right? Okay,
the last
Oh,
minute.
last minute.
yeah.
Right? So it goes down. That sucks. But they'll say, okay, so what's up today? Anything going on in your store? What's going on? And we tell them, and then that is that we go with that. That's our storyline for the day.
They want us to play on that. and
What
speak
comes
about
out
it
of
as
our
much as
mouth comes
possible.
out of our mouth. Like,
Right.
I'm not scripted in any way, and neither is right.
So these guys, they'll come out to the producers of the show, like usually like the camera guys and stuff too, right? Like are kind of producers on the show. They'll be like, "Can you do this?" or "How about we do set this up?" or like,
Well,
"How
they
about you guys
won't.
are all." Do they do that
ask
kind of
it,
shit?
They'll like kind of cue it. And if they don't get it, they don't get it.
They don't.
whatever.
Yeah, and they move on, right?
You know.
And so,
because it's got to be real. It's reality, right? And
That's-
Rick and
that's-
I stayed the same.
that's the one component of the production, and then they have the component where they do those like sit down interviews, like those confessional kind of style interview with you.
Confessionals.
Oh, that's when we get to trash everything.
That's when you get to say
Yeah.
shit. So what do they do? Like, do they play you footage, and then they're like, "What do you think about this?" Or what do they do?
They'll go, oh, so
Oh, they do that. They
you
do that
got
too.
pissed off. They don't show us footage. They'll go, oh, so you got pissed off that day because Ursula or Roy threw a dirty pair of underwear at you, and I do
Or
that.
fucking
Yeah,
Paul's an asshole. Or Paul's an asshole.
So do you think about shit like when before like you're gonna go into those confessions and be like, I'm gonna drop this soundbite. I'm gonna drop like this. I'm gonna drop this line. Like,
Well, no, because we don't know what they're going to bring up. It's on the fly. Everything
Everything is on
is
the fly.
on the fly.
They will
You
say,
say what
okay,
you say, you do what you do. They edit it down 20 minutes. Bob's
That's
your
it.
uncle.
Yeah,
Now-
they'll say,
now that the-
remember back in June, and it might be November. They say, remember back in June, and we did this episode, and this is what happened. You got pissed off, and you said this. Can
Right.
you say that again?
And
you gotta try to
what you
remember
said.
that.
it's kind of like that scene in Wolf of Wall
I
Street.
go, that's
Yeah.
easy.
Can you say that again?
Yeah.
Just like that, just the way you said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
because you're not
Yeah.
actors in reality TV.
Right.
Any way you try, like the others tried so hard, it actually just
It makes it
fucked 'em
phony.
right
Yeah.
up.
It makes it look shitty.
Right? Like they tried so hard, but because they didn't stay themselves.
Did you like any of the other contestants on the show?
No.
No.
Not one of
We were
them.
friends.
Did you make
for-
any friends?
Oh, we had lots of friends,
Oh,
just not
production crew.
those buyers.
Not those buyers. Okay.
Oh, we got
great
along with everyone.
Got along great with the production crew.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
The crew's cool. The crew, yeah, like because they're on your side. They just want to
Yeah,
capture good
TV
stuff.
treat you like gold. And reality is whatever goes. In the fly, you're walking down the hallway going to look at lockers. You're shooting the shit.
Yeah, of course.
And it would have been better if they had paid us
But-
more.
Fuck yeah, right?
We're getting paid not as actors. That's the problem.
I actually thought, I'm like, you know what? They need people on the show. They probably, I don't know what they give you. They give you like a flat rate per episode. Like they just gave you like a flat rate.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
But it was a blast. At the end of the day, it was totally.
But they
Had
went
fun.
I should,
you
they
were
should have.
doing-
You
you were
should have at
doing
least
what you
covered
did
your
anyway.
losses. Like if you took losses on a locker, they should have covered them. It would have made it. It would have made a more interesting show because you guys wanted to take more chances on lockers.
Well, no, because that's what we did before the show. You don't pick.
They
the
were
right
getting basically
locker.
paid to do what
It's
they
not
wanted
up
to do
them
anyways at this
Yeah.
point.
to pay us because we picked the wrong locker.
Do you know how
It
much
doesn't go that
fucking
way.
money though they probably make on those shows? I'm
Oh,
telling you, the syndication rights alone are fucking. They're worth a fortune.
So they're the real assholes. We should have had them in the bracket.
Yeah.
well,
Exactly.
No, actually, TV people
yeah.
treat you like gold. They absolutely do.
I noticed. You know what though? I bet you.
They're so respectful.
Have you ever
They're
met
good
the,
people? They're funny as fuck.
Have you ever met the Canadian or I mean the American counterparts, like the American cast members, and talked to them?
Online, but not
face.
in person. No.
Really? Do you think like? Do you think like if you heard how they got treated, like you'd be like, what the like?
Well,
fucking,
they got treated well too.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
absolutely.
I'm telling you, Canadian TV is the fucking garbage, bro.
Well, it's because their budget is
People treat
smaller.
you like-
Let's face it. States,
they
everything's
pay
big.
shit.
A&E's got more to spend than OLN does.
Have you heard of the group Anvil? We had them on our show, and they're a Canadian group out of Hamilton or Toronto.
Anvil.
And yeah, and they said they never broke the states, and that's basically
Yeah.
what happened
Canadian
to them, right?
TV ain't shit. Honestly, like
The Canadian company here buried them.
I used to work for
Yeah, I was just gonna say that
CHCH.
would end them.
Yeah.
I used to work for CHCH.
Do you know Joey Bird? He works
Joey.
for
all-
CHCH. Anyway,
I didn't work. I worked in the Toronto office. There's a Hamilton.
Oh,
They're mostly based out of Hamilton. But no, they're horrible to talent. They're just they don't. They're not breakthrough like they back in the day when Ivan Reitman and like SCTV back. You remember back in then in the 70s and like even the 80s, 90s, like Kids in the Hall. We used to have like cutting edge Canadian content with
Hey, we
like,
produced a ton of Norm
Yeah.
Macdonald, Michael
fucking
Myers.
great
There's a ton of them.
I know.
Canada was like an uncut gem.
yeah.
Buddy, I looked through it. It's like Ryan Reynolds, John Candy, Mike Myers. Yeah, like all these big big comedic talents. Seth Rogen even now is like the only one really. But like, but it's like there was a reason for it. It's because Canada has this thing. We have a thing with comedy, and we have a thing about our personalities and the way we look at things and the way we're free to speak about stuff and to make fun of other people because and to make cultural references because we are so multicultural and we're just not a hateful group of people, so we can say shit.
Us soon.
I know, and that's what sucks, and I think that's what's happening. I think that the censoring and our government,
Censoring, it's already happening.
the
Free
government
speech,
really
watch
wants
what
to
you
like.
say.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too political, but our government wants to
I
control.
could see Carl's eyes rolling over there.
Our government wants to control. This show will not get shut down. We have no corporate masters.
Yeah, we don't.
We answer
you
to
can tell.
fucking nobody.
You can tell.
We answer to fucking nobody.
Yeah.
We do our fucking shit.
We're like the Wayne's World of podcast.
What happened here?
Well,
Mike?
from here you can tell them all to go fuck themselves, right? So.
Yeah, I tell everyone to go fuck themselves on a regular basis. What happened? Okay. I'm sorry about that.
That's on you.
There we go. Yeah. So what else could we oh yeah, that was one question I wanted to talk about. On the show, regularly contestants will dump lockers onto other contestants.
Yes.
Now, have you ever been in a locker where a contestant took a dump on another contestant?
Hey, that's a loaded question.
No, that's kind of a
You're on camera number 2.
Well, we found shit in a locker.
I was going to say that was going to be my next question. Kind of follow.
Any dead bodies?
That's about.
I was going to think. Could you?
Dead bodies?
There are no dead bodies yet, eh?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. It's going to
That
happen.
was questionable. There was some brown gel in the bottom of a freezer that smelled ominously like death.
Don't buy any lockers in Timmins, Ontario.
Oh wow.
That's a bold statement.
I'm just kidding.
But as for someone getting shit on, Roy had a parrot on his shoulder one time, and it took a crap on his expensive shoes. I'll tell you that.
We're happy about that, right?
I was kind of happy about that.
Fuck that guy around, right, Mike?
Apparently, fuck Paul.
He's an asshole.
Anybody else you want to throw under the bus that was an asshole to you now that the show's over? Like, hey, fuck you.
Well, how about Patrick Pecker?
Who's that?
He was an auctioneer. He was a stand-in.
Oh, Mike, you didn't pull that fucking guy. His name was Pecker?
His name was Pecker.
God damn, this guy's name was Pecker, and he wasn't in the fucking bracket?
He was a good friend of ours. Good.
Oh yeah.
Guy.
He was, but then he took the whole auction thing, and he dissolved the enterprise that we had, all of the live auctions. He dissolved it, and he put it all online. And now you can't buy a locker at auction unless you're spending thousands of dollars.
He ruined it.
What a fucker.
Yeah,
You know what? For his own personal gain, I bet.
Don Reinhardt is so pissed off at that little peckerhead. Unbelievable.
Pecker the Peckerhead.
Wow. And you know what? No one's talking about it. The guy's getting away with it.
That's right.
This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit.
So now are we still doing the grind? Are we still like buying lockers? You guys haven't stopped?
Yeah, we buy lockers.
We buy lockers, but now we go to mom and pop shops that don't sell online. They don't have auctions, and we just go there and buy their lockers that they have in default.
We go metal detecting a lot.
Yeah.
Come on, really? Like at the beach?
Abandoned houses.
abandoned
Yeah,
houses.
we have a few secrets, but
You know what?
Well,
I
let's
bet you.
divulge
Oh
into
no!
that.
See, these guys, they
Yeah,
know. They
that's
know.
what's
There's treasures everywhere.
There
But
is.
how do you guys know? How do you guys know what where the values are? You guys looking for precious metals? You guys looking for collectibles? Like, what is where's the
Precious
bread and butter?
metals.
Precious metals, right?
the
Precious
bling.
metals. That's
Do you guys
the,
keep-
that's
do you
the
guys
only
keep-
thing that we actually collect out of lockers is the precious metals.
Yeah, we're not collectors
Right.
of any.
Do you guys
collectible
hold-
crap? No.
Do you guys hold it, or do you guys like always exchange it straight out
Oh yeah,
for cash?
flip it,
You flip it right away.
Oh yeah.
flip it.
Find some gold or silver, and we're
Gold
moving
and
it.
silver I keep.
And moving forward,
I would say
you
so
should,
because I'm telling you, because money's fake. Money's not real. Gold and silver's real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I actually
it's
feel
hard.
like
It's a hard copy. It's not.
it's never gonna lose value.
When
But
they
our
switch it-
money, they keep printing it,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
monopoly money now.
They're going to switch us over to this digital currency bullshit.
That's what they want to do.
I want to have some gold and silver in my back pocket.
I think if you hold gold and silver, you
You
can
have
do
some
very
in your
well.
back pocket right now?
Not in my back pocket. Right now. But that's
Jacket looks
that's going to
heavy.
be that's the way of the future.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree.
Real
with you.
hard cash.
Yeah.
Real money, real value. Yeah. So so you guys hold the gold, silver. What other precious metals that got value? Like, because I know people, I was hearing people like would go through warehouses in Detroit and pull copper and pull all these other metals and get enough of it to like fucking make a decent take.
I don't really play with that.
No?
No, we don't play around with that.
If I end up with a load of scrap metal from buying lockers with crap in it,
Crap bullshit.
I'll load up the trailer. I'll just take it right to the metal recyclers and trade it up right there.
Your gold guy, take it too.
And you know, if I have enough to sort out without doing too much extra strenuous work, then I'll sort it out, and that way I can get the values on the different metals. Otherwise, I just scrap the whole load.
Let me ask you this: if you found a fucking locker with like a jar full of pennies, or like, you know what I mean, like jar full of pennies, would you go through every penny?
Yes.
And check, make sure.
I
See if
have
you've
them
gotten
all
the,
put
the
away.
one in there. One, yeah.
Actually,
You find any that are worth a ton?
well, yeah, there can be like
found a
out of
couple.
lockers because there's so much volume. You want to just sell the smalls stuff, get rid of it or donate or whatever, and then you just put the stamps, the coins,
Stamps.
the tedious stuff
Comic
aside, comic books, because you can't just, it's a big job.
It's a
Yeah.
huge job.
And sometimes you can't really trust people, so you got to do it yourself. And we have that stuff like stored away because it's just too much work.
You'll get to it eventually.
We'll get
is the
to it
idea.
eventually, but
Now, have you guys heard any rumors like that? Like Jeffrey Epstein had a locker in Fort Erie. Have you guys heard that?
no.
No, if
No?
I'd heard that, I'd be looking for that.
Oh,
Right? That'd be
That'd be the
worth
gem,
some
all those
fucking money.
videotapes.
Is he hiding in it?
Wow. Well, he did not kill himself.
No.
Yeah.
No, he did not.
He,
Not to my knowledge.
He's
Not to my
comfy
knowledge.
somewhere.
well, yeah, you know.
He's with Tupac and Biggie.
Yeah.
But I wonder if there's any like legendary stuff like that. You know what I mean? Where you guys hear through grapevine, like, oh, fucking Capone's got a fucking storage locker out here or something. You know, you guys hear anything like that?
Yeah,
Like,
what's the white whale that everyone?
there's a white whale. Yeah, there's like, oh, this guy's.
What's the locker that's retiring you? Is the next question.
Yeah, the Walter White locker. You remember from fucking Breaking
Yeah,
Bad? Where he's gonna,
Yeah. Well, you'd be surprised what people store, man. They store valuables.
Yeah.
A Walter,
Right.
Walter
They think
White
it's
locker
safe
would
there,
be a
but
good
then-
locker.
That'd be it. That'd be it. You guys are done.
That
You
would
find
be
that
it.
locker.
That'd
Yeah.
be done. Yeah, oh yes.
you found a locker full of cash. You're done.
Oh yeah, I'm finished.
Yeah.
So you're not telling anybody
I'm
about that
retired
locker, right?
someplace.
That's not the one you're telling the police about, right?
Exactly.
Correct.
But that would be hard to like because you guys are going through the auctions and people are seeing the locker. What like if it was a locker full of cash, like everyone would be like,
They'd see it.
yeah, they'd see it too, right?
If it wasn't hidden.
But if it wasn't him, but what? Let's say that's the goal, right? Like, say you think this locker's full of cash. What would you be looking for? What items would you be looking for? Like a safe? What would you be looking for to spot? Like, oh, maybe this has got a fucking bunch of cash in it. Is there
Photo
books?
albums.
Photo albums.
I would probably be looking for a
Clothing.
locker that had a lot of soft duffel bags.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Soft
there are tell
duffels.
signs in every locker.
Kind of like that one over there. If I
If
saw
it's
lots of
a-
those, I'd be very interested in that.
So what's
it's an
inside
old
those
guy
bags?
or-
Like,
What's
what do you put
inside
in those
those
duffel
bags?
bags?
Exactly.
What's inside the duffels?
Probably drugs or money.
Drugs and money.
Yeah.
I would keep the money. I probably wouldn't do much with the drugs. I might wait for a rainy day and wash it down the gutter.
Those are stored
Right.
away with the stamps.
I thought you meant wait for a rainy day and get real fucked up.
No, Rick doesn't,
Have a night with the lady. Have a night with the missus.
Rick
How,
doesn't do that.
how long you guys been married? Because like I would.
Yeah, let's get personal.
We've been together for 27 years.
Oh,
That's a good. That's
good
a
for
good
you
stint.
guys. Well, good for you. That is
Yeah.
a really good.
She's not
stint.
that tough. She's not as tough as she looks, then, huh? Or sounds on the show.
She's a pussycat.
I am.
Yeah, and I bet she was fucking hot as fuck.
Look at his grin.
So 27 years ago, how old was that? Like, how old were you guys?
I was.
I don't want to age you guys, but
Rick was 36. I was 38.
Oh, you guys were
you
aged.
you were a
aged at
little
that point,
older than
yeah.
Rick. Rick going for the little older lady.
Yeah. She's putting a little bit more age on me. I was only 35. She
Oh,
was still
35.
38, but I was 35.
I see. I see. Were you guys on this is your first marriage?
I've never been married.
Yeah. No,
I've
oh,
been
you guys are
married twice before.
Common law
I've been
now.
married twice.
really
No
good for
surprise.
Rick.
Surprise is only twice.
Rick's it's that look. It's that look
It
he's
is that look.
cultivated. Yeah, he's got that look. But you guys are now not married, or are you guys married?
No, we're not married.
Not
You guys
married.
live together though.
But you've been
That's
together
not
for
allowed.
27
we don't want to
years.
screw up
Well,
something
Rick
by
just
getting
got
married,
a divorce
you know?
like only 4 years ago, finally.
From my
so
second wife,
How?
Wow.
Couldn't get married even before, so whatever.
Yeah, she was holding out on me. She didn't want to get divorced. And
She thought you had big money from the show.
Who knows?
yeah, I don't know what she thought.
It's a fucking mess though getting divorced,
She
right?
knew she wasn't getting anything.
Yeah.
It's a fucking mess though when you get divorced, right? It's like a fucking bitch, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun. That's what I hear. And you like, especially when you got finances. I'm sure Rick's a very well-to-do fella. I'm sure he's made a few nickels in his day.
I made a lot of money in my day.
Good for
Easy
Rick.
come,
seems like that
easy
guy.
go.
Easy
though.
come, easy go. I knew that was next.
That's how it goes, right, Rick? But because that's what I think. Because I think money's not real. Honestly, I just think like that's just the point of it. It's like get it, fucking spend it.
Well, if you don't take risks or chances,
Fortune favors the bold.
never-
I believe in that. Fortune favors the bold.
That's it.
Do you guys have a storage locker with a bunch of stuff in it right now?
Yeah, do you guys storage?
We don't. We do not store anything.
anything
No, eh?
Carl chiming in.
crisp, clean, your
Carl,
feng
what's
shui.
up?
I can't have a lot of stuff.
We
You guys live in the beach, huh?
We live actually
Ridgeway
right here in
now.
Ridgeway, just around the corner from here.
Oh, that's so cool. Part of the community.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Want to see you guys out. Where do you guys hang out? Like when you come around here?
We don't really.
You guys
hang
don't go
You
out.
guys going to any of the breweries? Nothing like that? Any of the
Brimstone?
bars? Nothing?
Well, sometimes we'll
Actually, I've never been to Brimstone.
go to
Really?
the
That's been here
side.
for a while. It's been at least 10 years now. It's been here.
Where do you guys like to eat? Like which restaurants do you guys?
I haven't drank since I've been 38.
I like trail
Oh,
sides.
wow. Good for you.
Trail sides. Okay.
I eat at trail sides.
I've never seen you in there.
No.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, I go in there
Well, now
occasionally.
now
Very occasionally.
we might.
My daughter goes in.
A lot of the time because
I'll make sure to say hello.
We go to trail sides and we get recognized a lot. It's hard to finish your meal.
Really?
I'm sitting
People
there.
bug you like that, huh? That's crazy to me.
Well, you know what? They're 40 celebrities. There's not that many of us.
True. That's true. But
You know?
you think he would let you finish your meal and then be like, hey,
So
when you're
we'll-
walking out.
Well,
How
we
you doing?
order food for takeout, and I'll go pick it up. I might have a beer while I'm waiting for the food to arrive.
Okay.
I'll get the food and I'm out.
Yeah.
You guys enjoy that notoriety? Do you like
In
being?
the stores, I run and leave Rick standing there.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's okay. A lot of the
because-
time, it's no problem. I don't mind talking to people because I'm a friendly kind of guy.
Yeah.
I'll talk to just about anybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's inconvenient. When you're just trying to get shit done and get back home,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I
it
am.
kind of delays us. But for the most part, I'll talk to anybody.
And people want to touch you and talk for like 3 hours, and
Yeah.
I've got like.
I can
10
share.
minutes.
I can imagine a lot of people want to touch you, Cindy.
Yeah, that's a
So I just run and leave Rick standing there, and he deals with it, and I'm just like off.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's always got
Right.
people wanting to touch her.
Where's Cindy?
But I feel like out of all the places you could be if you're a famous celebrity, this area would probably be like a better
I think
better
people
one.
will be more friendly, but like, hey.
And
yeah,
there's
then
only
move
so many
along.
people. Like, how many times are you going to meet the same fucking person who's like, oh my god, it's Rick from
Yeah,
Storage
there's only
Wars.
like 30,000 of
There's only
us.
like 30,000 people here. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
very friendly here, yeah. And it's online that the trolls come out to kill.
oh, what are some of the shitty things that you guys have heard? Like, you guys read that shit online, or do you guys?
Oh yeah, I read it.
What's some of the worst shit they've said about you guys? If you don't mind sharing.
The worst. Well, some have been like really sexual, bad, disgusting.
Like they want to do stuff to you, Cindy?
Fucks out there.
Like,
It's like
I
better
want to.
snapshot.
I want to. I want to
He's
gag
on his
Cindy.
way. One time on Twitter, this one guy kept harassing me and said that he loved my black gloves and are they soft? That was on Twitter.
Whoa, Nelly!
It's like an OJ reference.
You
I
can
think.
sell those to them.
I'm like, this guy's coming.
There you go.
He's coming to kill me, right?
Another guy
Because
said he
what?
wanted to turn her upside down, and do some.
That's fucking weird too.
Jeez
And you know,
Louise.
you're alcoholics, and
Oh, yeah.
I haven't drank since I've been 38.
Well, I've been
That's
called
such a weird.
I've
That's
been
such
called
a,
a crackhead.
Crackheads. I smoke. Rick hasn't did any drugs since the 70s, but I smoke pot. Yeah, I love it. I
Yeah.
participate.
yeah, but you know what? It's so weird that
But you're
people
crackheads. You look like crackheads. You wouldn't believe it's.
people want to put these weird labels on. You know, people they don't know your life. No one knows your life.
You don't know my
That's
life.
trademark.
Yeah, but long-haired hippie tattoos. You know, people judge like that, and that when they saw Rick, like, oh, you guys are bikers.
When I saw you guys, I said
not.
I get a bit of a biker vibe, but I mean, I wouldn't.
No, we're not.
when I saw these
No,
two, Mike.
but I mean,
You know what I thought when I saw these two? They know how to fuck. That's what I said.
That's
This guy fucks. She knows how to fuck. She knows how to have a good time. She looks like a crazy.
Hang on.
That's what I said. But I don't.
She is a lot
That's
of fun.
my
I'll tell you.
superficial. Like that's me judging a book by its cover. That's me. That's my fucked up
Now,
shit.
you've read a lot of books then.
See, I told you. These two. You know what? Because the locker thing, it's a bit of a thrill. I feel it's a bit of an adrenaline rush when
Yeah,
you,
it
when
is.
you're auctioning.
Your adrenaline, especially if you know it's a good one, your adrenaline standing there
Yeah,
is like,
right. And then you're fucking going through that thing, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be
That's
exciting. And then you cash. It's like, and then you. I feel like it's like any drug, right? Where you're just like constantly like every locker could be a new high. It could be a new level of that high.
Could be anything.
You know, and then people like that, and I'm like that.
Yeah.
We like to have fun. Like there's,
Right?
we like
He
to
likes
push
to
the
party.
limits. We like to fucking push the limits a little bit. See what's up.
Yeah, you
There
have
has
to.
been times when we find a great locker, we get inside and it just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, sometimes I do just want to close the door behind us and
Yeah,
have a
just
go.
like
Oh shit! I can see
here
that,
we
man.
go.
I can see that though. I can see that. We're just counting all this money. Let's fuck on all this money. Let's just fucking pile up all this money that we found. Fuck on it. Mike, you would do that. You know what's up. You know what's up. That's what I would. I get it. I get it. It's like enjoying the spoils.
Yeah,
What is life all about other than like just kind of fucking enjoying the wins? You know, like getting the wins in there.
exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
I like that stuff.
Buying, selling, flipping. I'm putting that on a T-shirt.
Smack it up, flip it, rub it down.
S up. Was it face down?
Hey, Carl, what's up?
So that's great. I mean, that's the kind of stuff we wanted to get out of you on the show today. Honestly, like
Yeah, a little bit of the dirt. A little bit of the
little
dirt.
bit of the dirt.
Got to get off the rails a
Get
bit.
into this thing because I watched this show and I'm like, I wonder if they like just like they're just like they give them funny money at the beginning of the
Nah.
thing and say here's
all
$5
your
grand.
money.
you can
All
bu-
our money.
All our money.
All our money.
And so the wins are yours, the losses are yours. When they add up all the shit, so like I noticed they're like, oh yeah, here's $20. You're like, here's $20. Here's a table. Here's $20. And then they're like, oh, here's $20, and they add up $20. That doesn't necessarily mean you sold that table for $20.
Exactly.
Right?
No.
So like when they give you those tallies and how much you won, you might be like, it might be. Is it accurate or is it like is it way
Well,
off
if
sometimes?
You know your stuff. Yeah, you know I can get like $100 for that washer. I can get. You got to know the product.
You got it. You know it.
Yeah, of course.
And who's gonna buy it for what? Because everything's not worth $1 million,
And,
man.
and the fact is,
like
when they
Most of
tally
it's
it
not
up,
worth $1 million.
they tally it up, and they do not even show half of the items that come out of the
that
locker.
come out of the locker. There's not
But it
enough
looks
time.
like we've
so
gone
it's
through
way more
everything.
money than
It's way more money than it actually
They
is.
haven't aired.
So when they give
haven't
those
aired all the
totals though at the end, and they're like,
They're misleading?
500 and they made 1,300. Is that $1,300 number accurate that they've told it? No.
It's never.
Well, no,
never accurate.
because some of the people don't know the real value, like a piece of shit couch. You know,
Right.
It's worth 50 or $100 to somebody. Yeah.
someone would say, "Oh, I'll get $250 for that," and I'm like, "I'd fucking throw that out."
And then I saw an episode where you guys took this like it was like a fucking Braille typewriter. You remember that one?
Yeah.
You guys took it to an expert who collected the shit.
Yeah.
And he's like he gave him an appraisal.
Yeah.
And he was like yeah, it's worth like it's like $200.
And you called them out.
And then they were like, okay, we'll sell it to you for $200. But I'm like, this fucking guy collects Braille typewriters.
Yeah, I know. It was worth more. We sold it.
Definitely
to him
worth
anyway.
more. The fucking guy's not going to give you
The
fair market.
appraisers will always give you low, and
Of course.
Rick and I know better.
Yeah.
If he says it's worth 2, I know it's worth 5.
It's worth 5 easily. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm watching this thing and I'm like, this fucking guy.
But we've sold stuff.
He's an asshole.
It's all.
The appraisers.
Put him on the list.
Yeah.
No, but I feel that because like you're kind of beholden sometimes to the appraisers. Maybe they set up for you on the show, right? Like the producers might set up you with an appraiser, and then he gives you some bullshit, and now it's on the fucking TV.
Well, this is what happens. We don't even know the appraiser. In our email the night before, it'll say the appraisal's at 3229.
Right.
Lakeshore
They set you up with a
Road.
guy.
They don't give us his name, where the building is, nothing, because they pick the appraisers, right?
These fuckers too. You
So
know what?
we meet them for the first time, and a lot of them are weird, right?
Yeah.
We're like, holy fuck, this guy's like cuckoo or
Right?
But that
Well,
makes good TV.
They're fucking
That's
obsessed
what
with
you're looking for.
typewriters. That guy's obsessed. He's
Yeah.
he's a fucking typewriter fanatic. That's
So
what's
the
fucking with
weirdest,
typewriters. Yeah.
most dudes like that
Yeah.
are good for TV.
You mean like Kenny versus Spenny when we had to go and see Kenny?
Oh, I love Kenny Hotz and Spencer Rice. Those guys are really
They're
funny.
awesome, yeah.
Yeah. You guys were on the Kenny versus Penny show?
No.
but he
We actually had
appraised-
Kenny appraise an item that we brought.
Oh no
And,
way!
What was the item?
I gotta check that episode
was,
out. I haven't gotten that
actually,
far into it.
And he got really like sexual with
It was
me.
Kenny did?
Oh, what's
It
new?
was like a scope finder, like for television.
Yeah.
You look through
It
it.
was
to-
old vintage.
It's like
worth nothing.
it's like like this. You see these guys
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
this. Well, this was a little eyepiece that you put up, and that's what it was basically to do. And he was a total dick.
He was a total cock.
From the time we walked in to the time we left, he was a cock. And
Really?
as a matter of fact, the first thing he said to us, he said, the meth clinic is down the road.
Can you believe?
So,
What a fucking ass.
but I was pretty quick on him. I was pretty quick on him, and I says, "Oh,
I
I'm keeping
was
you from your
like-
appointment."
Yeah. Right. Good comeback.
Yeah, Rick had a good comeback.
Fucking Kenny. Kenny Hotz. He's a funny guy.
Yeah,
But
funny.
he's, you know what? He's pulling for comedy there. He's just trying to make.
They are
yeah,
cool
absolutely.
dudes. It's just
He's just
hey,
he's just trying to
that
be
was
funny.
TV, be funny in the moment.
Yeah, that's his
we
that's
got
his
it.
And
deal.
that was-
Look what he does
actually-
to his best friend. Have you seen what he
Yeah.
does to his best friend on that show? Oh my god.
Actually, I'll plug his bar.
Which
Where
one's
is
his
it,
bar?
by the
Which
way?
one's his
It's,
bar?
Plug it.
It's down on Queen Street.
West?
I don't know the name of it, and fuck you, Kenny. You're an asshole.
Oh, well plugged. Well plugged.
Perfect. That's a clip right there, Mike. Kenny Hotz, fuck you. All right, Kenny, you heard it. You want to respond? Respond. I don't give
Maybe
a
we'll
shit.
have Kenny on the show.
We don't fucking give a shit. I'd love to have Kenny on
Kenny
the
on the
show.
show.
Actually, it'd be great.
Is there anything else what you guys want to plug? Anything before we?
Yeah, this was
close today?
awesome.
This was great. I had a
Is there
great
any
time.
more questions that you have about Storage Wars?
We can always have.
I want to. Can I come on? Can I
The
come to a
show's over,
locker
but-
auction with you guys? Honestly, like I want to feel part of the
Yeah,
action.
next time we find a good location.
I'm not gonna like steal your thunder.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think,
undercut you. I'm not gonna even bid against you. I'm just gonna stand and observe. I want to watch.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Rick and Cindy came to my garage sale once out in this driveway.
Yeah.
Did they buy
you
anything?
look
No, she
familiar.
didn't buy anything. Cindy, Rick stood at the end because he could tell it was just all kids' clothes and kids' stuff. But Cindy politely came up and said, "Everything's nicely displayed."
Oh, well, that's
You did.
nice.
I do remember because my wife said when she's
I
like,
remember.
she said when you guys
was
came
nice
in, my
of
wife goes, "Are those the people from the garage sale, the storage?" Or my wife was sitting at the top of the stairs, and then she goes, "They said ours was nicely displayed." I'm like, I'll mention that. So
Look at this. You guys got
we
weight.
took the time. We spent some time.
Your input actually affects people. They're like, we fucking, you know what I mean? Like our garage. If you comment on someone's garage, man, your garage is well organized.
Yeah.
the show's not.
Fucking no, definitely not. But you know what?
love
Your storage space here is well more organized. Like, that's a fucking good compliment from the people that start Storage Wars.
That is. It was a
An excellent compliment.
I would probably bid on this locker.
Maybe he might. He might.
To me, this is priceless because a lot of this is my
What is it?
childhood to now.
What would be the bid? What do you think would Like, what would you bid on?
Buddy, a lot of this stuff in here is priceless to me. So
Yeah, I know Mike wouldn't let it go, but
Yeah.
I think it'd go for at least 1,000, Mike.
Yeah.
At least
easy.
1,000, buddy. Especially with this equipment in here.
the equipment
The
alone is
studio?
worth 10, 15.
Oh fuck.
Actually,
Plus Carl's worth something.
I used to be
Cent.
a champion foosball player.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Mike's really good too.
I was
really
good.
good.
I haven't played in a while.
That's not a bad set. That's not a bad. Whatever.
Buddy, that was given to me when I
was.
was 16. I'm now almost 40.
Actually, I came in the Nationals in Toronto back in the 70s held at the CN Tower. I came in second place playing the doubles and first place playing the singles.
Oh, congratulations.
He'd be fucking running it. He'd be running shit in here like he was Tom Cruise in The Color of Money.
I'm not that good.
Ooh.
Show me.
Werewolves of London. He'd be fucking running it here. But you know what, Rick? You got to come back here. When we have this, when this is not a podcast studio, this is actually like our hang. Like
Yeah,
we
that's
hang.
where we're hanging. I'd like to hang with Rick. He looks
Rick,
like a legit
yeah,
guy.
we got to have you come into the.
You can come too, Cindy.
We call this the Chupacabra.
This is drinkers only.
Yeah, I don't.
We call this
Well,
the Chupacabra.
Actually, I'll bring that EV over and we'll have a few.
Perfect.
Oh, that'd be
I got your
wonderful.
contact. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
Had a great time, Mike.
Yeah, great show. Great
Carl?
time. Thanks for coming
Wonderful
on the
as
show.
always.
Time, guys.
Thank
Absolutely.
you, Cindy, Rick. Thank you,
again,
everybody.
guys.
Check out.
Thank you for
if
having
you
us.
haven't seen Storage Wars, check it out on Prime.
It's on Prime.
Prime?
You can
That's where we're
binge
seeing it?
I'm like 14 episodes in, but I didn't know there was 72. Holy shit.
Oh, you got a long
way to go.
long way to go.
A long way to go. And Rick and fucking City don't get a penny of that.
Hey, and
I
Paul.
didn't like that.
Hey, Paul. Fuck you. You're a.
Yes.
Fuck.
Have a good night, Mikey.
That's all right.
Thank you, Cindy and Rick. Carl.
Good times always, guys.
Have
See
a
you
good
next
one, guys.
All right. Thank you guys. Till next time.
I like your name a lot.